talking about resentment, does that in any way have you feeling resentful towards your parents because it could hold back?
That would be, I could so see how people would see that and be like, wow, she's going to be really pissed off about that or whatever. But I'm not like
That's
at
amazing.
all, just because I know who my parents are.
Yes.
I know the things they have and have not done. I know
Right.
the witch hunt. When the government wants someone, they want someone. They're going to do whatever it takes to make it look how they need it to look.
Yep.
And so really not at all.
That's
like
great.
There's no resentment whatsoever.
I love that because at the end of the day, they are your parents. And I know I've heard you say that they've done so much for you.
Yeah.
And again, people can control this narrative and the media can control the narrative. And to be honest, I don't even know if I know the full story, but if somebody's listening that doesn't know, and we're not going headlines, we're not, how would you explain the situation to them?
So everything started back in 2012.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
11 years ago, all of this started. And it is tax evasion, bank fraud, all the things that are, that the government's been going after in the recent years. And my dad had a former business partner who, we like to say, you know what? I guess he hired someone that was smarter than him. Because he had stolen millions of dollars from the company.
His business partner?
Yeah.
Is that guy in jail?
No, he actually signed multiple immunity deals with the government. And and that's the part that's not in,
of course, that's
the public eye.
Yeah, they don't want that.
No, they don't talk about how there was a guy who signed multiple immunity deals with the government and he lied to the government. They allowed him to, re-sign his immunity deal.
Right.
And he's the sole person that provided them all of their evidence. And he said, I did all these things, but they were at the instruction of Mr. and Miss Chrisley. They knew about it. And never one time did the government, during trial, our attorneys looked at the FBI agent, was like, you know what? All this evidence that you've submitted to the court, what have you done to get it authenticated?
Yeah.
And the FBI agent just looked and was like, what are you asking? And our attorney was like, you literally have Quantico like at your fingertips.
Right.
The FBI has every tool to verify that these emails came from the email you say they came from. They have not been tampered with. They are what you say they are.
Yeah. And
you didn't do anything to verify that these are 110% authentic.
And they're like, no.
And they said no. They didn't do that.
So
that's the thing. And that's why we have filed, we're filing an appeal in March.
Okay.
Well, this month, I guess. And there's so many things that in the public eye, you see a headline, $36 million of bank fraud or, tax evasion. They didn't put in the headlines how the IRS had $500,000 sitting in an account at the IRS and never credited it to my parents' social security numbers.
Oh my gosh.
You had an IRS agent lying on the stand. That's the thing, is you don't have these details that are out in the public eye.
And when you're a celebrity in the public eye, they are going to run with that.
All you have to do is search for the press conference after the guilty verdict came down. And you had everyone at the AUSA's office, IRS, FBI. And their exact words were, we hope this shows you that no one is above the law, including celebrities and TV personalities. If they can't get away with it, neither can you.
So they're making like an example.
And so, because of that, I will never forget the moment sitting in that courtroom, a 4-week trial, every single day. And it took 3 days for the verdict to come back.
Yeah.
And some of the questions that the jurors asked were appalling to me.
Really?
Like, they didn't understand filing taxes, extensions, the indictment. They were like, so is the indictment guilt? I'm like, what? No, an indictment is not guilt. Like, that is not saying it.
Interesting.
It was just so sad how our system works. And, because of all that, like I said, I will never forget. It's like, now Law and Order used to be like my favorite show to watch.
Yeah.
Now, like, I can't even watch it.
Really?
It's so, like, I feel like it's such PTSD.
Totally.
That comes back.
Yeah.
And I will never forget, like, when they stood up to read the verdicts, it was like guilty, 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 like over and over and over again. And I just saw the look on my parents' faces. And everything, like, they were just in tears.
Yeah.
And because we were not expecting that. We were like, there's no way. Like,
so like, in your opinion and theirs, from everything you know, they're not guilty.
No, 100%. And I hope that this appeal will show those things.
Yeah.